Hello. If you guys are watching the replay, drop a comment and say replay. Feel free to comment if you have questions and I will come back to it. Otherwise, we're going to get started talking about sponsoring, how to find people to sponsor, what it means to mentor people that have joined your team, some tips and tricks that I have personally used or heard about and plan to use, and the main goals when you have a new teammate, what you should be focusing on for yourself, but also for them. So I know a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned like writing out your list of 100 as far as where to start for getting sales and getting hosts. And that list of 100 is going to actually help you with sponsoring as well. When I wrote my list of 100, I wrote down a bunch of different people that I thought might like Scentsy. They might be interested because I know that they like fragrance or they like body products and things like that. Then I went back through my list of 100 and I wrote my dream team list. I don't want to show too closely with their names and stuff, but I have right now, I only have like 10 people on my list that I have either talked to previously about them wanting to join, or they have asked questions about the business side, and also hosts that had a very successful party. They are on my dream team list. The other type of person that I have on my dream team list is my best customers. And a lot of times that is scary to want to give up your best customer to ask them to join your team or to become a consultant because you think, I don't want to lose that PRV. For example, I have a woman who spends anywhere from $200 to $400 a month with me. And I have asked her probably 6 times if she wanted to get paid back on her own purchases. She has always said no. She says, no, I'm not interested. I'm just going to keep buying from you. She always has a personal link open. So I always have that opportunity to flip her orders to her. But she always says no. Though I did have another customer who was spending about $100 a month. And I told her, hey, would you like this free kit? You can get paid back on all of your orders. You can get paid back on your Scentsy Club purchase. Her response to me was, I don't want to take those from you. I don't want to take those orders away from you. And I told her, don't worry about me. I can go find new customers. But if this helps you make a few dollars back on what you're already purchasing, then I would be happy to do that. I would be happy to give you this kit. And so she took it. She was not necessarily successful, or she didn't choose to make a business out of it, and that's fine. One big tip with sponsoring is to figure out how it's going to help the other person. You want to figure out how you're going to benefit them by having them join. Sorry, I'm trying to, I have it on recording and I want to make sure that it's showing me. I don't know. Okay. So with thinking about the people on your dream team list, this could be people who have posted for you or just people that you thought of. When you think about reaching out to these people, the way that you should frame your conversation is to first bring up the join opportunity. And if they say no, it might mean no, not at all. I have had people say, no, don't ever ask me again, and I won't. But I've had other people who say, no, I don't think so. I don't think that it's right for me. So they are more of a not right now type of person. So they will stay on my dream team list until I know that they are a definite no and a never ask me again. So if they say, no, I don't want to join, then I say, well, would you like to host? I can help you earn your next order free and half off. Again, they might say, no, that's okay. I'm not a hostess. I'm just a shopper. Also fine. I would love to have you, purchase from my website or purchase from a bulk order or from a party, whatever it is. So there's always something, no matter who it is, there is something for everyone, whether it's an opportunity to earn extra income, an opportunity for the connections that come with having a Scentsy business and the community. that comes from Scentsy. Whether they just can't afford their hobby or their obsession with Scentsy, then you can host a party for them, host a shopping link for them, and then help them earn some free products along the way. If you go that route, you have the opportunity to flip that party to that customer. So every party that has at least $200 in host base amount, you can offer to give a discounted kit. Even if you have somebody, Jenny, for example, she said, no, I don't want to do it, but she hosts a party, she has $220 in sales. What you can do is now go to Susie, who is on your dream team list, and say, hey, Susie, I just unlocked a kit for $59, and I wanted to see if you wanted to take the opportunity to grab that. So Jenny, who has the host rewards, she's going to use all of those host rewards, but you can still give the kit that's available from Jenny's party over to Susie, if that makes sense. There's tons of trainings on YouTube that show how to flip a party, even if it's not the host. I have done that dozens of times. Whenever I have a party that's at $500, you actually have a kit that's completely paid for with rewards. And for me, the opportunity to have another team member is more beneficial than having $60 worth of wax or Scentsy Fresh or whiffs. I don't need, 12 more bars of wax right now. I would love to have another team member because I can get wax whenever I want, but team members are harder to come by. And so you don't have to gift a kit, but I choose to take that host credit and completely gift a kit, which some of you watching may have taken that. You may have joined with $0 out of your pocket because I chose to use my host rewards to give you a join kit. That is probably the easiest way. Yes, there are always those people who will take a free kit and then completely ghost you. Last year in January, I had 3 people who took a free kit and then never spoke to me again. And that's fine because they must have just needed that Scentsy, and I decided that I was willing to give it to them. It hurts, but you cannot control what someone else does with their business, whether they choose to attempt to build a business and attempt to sponsor, attempt to have parties and are not successful with it, or whether they choose to do nothing at all. It is completely out of your hands. And that's something that is hard to swallow when you're starting to sponsor and starting to recruit. But it's something that when you understand that you're an independent consultant and so are they. And so I am not anyone's boss. I have no one above me that is my boss. They are not telling me I have to do something a certain way. They are not telling me that I have certain requirements outside of compensation plan, but even that, I choose my compensation. If I want a higher compensation amount every payday, then I know what it would take to get me there, but it's not a requirement. So consultants only have to have a $200 month once in one 12-month period to remain an active consultant. If you have $200 in that month, you are active for that month and it resets your 12 months. So if in January you had a $200 month and then February you had 0 PRV and March you had 20 PRV and so on and so forth, but then in July you have another 300 PRV month, your 12 months would reset. And so you from that July through the next July, you are officially a Scentsy consultant and have access to those benefits. That is something that a lot of people don't understand. They think that there is a quota that they have to meet every single month in order to have the benefits of being a consultant. If you sell 10 PRV a month, you get paid on it. If you sell 5,000 PRV a month, you get paid on it. No matter what you sell, you will still receive your commission off of those sales based on your rank or title. One thing that I highly recommend to lure people to you, yes, it's possible for random people to join your team. I have, I want to say 3 or 4 people that randomly went to my website and joined, and I never asked them, I never knew them, I never even considered them, whatever it was. When you are putting yourself out on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever social media platforms you're using, you want to make what you're doing look fun. You want to make it look easy. I don't want to make a reel showing how hard it is to make samples or how much time I put into getting mail together. I'm just going to put a cute picture of what the mail is, the finished product, or a reel of my daughter walking all the mail up to the post office and putting it into the bin, because that's the fun part. I love sending my happy mail to my customers. I love sending happy mail to my team. I love sending, goodies, whether it's something that somebody purchased or a gift, a thank you note, whatever it is. I try to always post a picture to say that today's happy mail day. So then that also shows, if it's happy mail for my customers, that's going to bring me more people to be customers. But if I'm posting, happy mail day for my team, then that's something that people say, well, I want happy mail. I want free stuff. I want mail from, my mentor. And so those are some things that, again, you don't have to do happy mail, whole other training day that we could talk about that, but making it look fun, showing the fun parts, going live to smell bars with your kid or your spouse. I've done it with my brother. He came over to my house right when I had transition testers last year, and we sat at my dining room table, and he gave some very candid and hilarious reviews of the new scents, and it gained a lot of interaction because people are like, oh my gosh, your brother's hilarious. I wanted to say, you have no idea. But those things are the fun things, and that's what I'm going to highlight. Is it hard? Absolutely. Is it hard to find customers? Absolutely. Is it hard to find teammates? Absolutely. But if you want it, you can do it. And that's something that I have really tried to focus on since in the 2 years that I've been with Scentsy. Is I know what my why is. And that's something, if you do get a new team member, ask them what their why is, because that's how you'll motivate them or inspire them to be more successful. But also within yourself, if you don't know why you are a Scentsy consultant or why you want your business to thrive, then you won't. And so think about, what is it that you want out of Scentsy? For me, it was that I wanted to be able to quit my day job and stay home with my children. So I did. But I have a 3-year-old and a almost 5-year-old, and they don't give me quiet time. I cannot let them be my excuse if they are my why. I cannot say I can't work my Scentsy business because I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. My whole why was to be home with my children. Then I need to make that either get a new why, or I need to learn how to incorporate my children. And so they sit on the floor whenever I get a shipment in, and they put stickers on all of my products. They just make a little assembly line, and they love it. Are the stickers straight? No. Are they perfect? No. Do they rip them? Absolutely. And a lot of times they color on customers' orders, and it's just life. It's part of making this a family business. Even though they are only 3 and 5, there are things that they can do to help me work my business and spend time with them at the same time. So the biggest part of finding new team members is to ask somebody. And really, if you want your business to grow quickly and big, you need to be asking at least one person every single day. Really, you need to ask like 3 to 5 people every single day, because of the 3 to 5 people, most are going to say no. And if you are not comfortable hearing the word no, you need to get past that. I have sent out dozens and dozens and dozens of text messages, emails, in-person conversations where I said, just like the woman I told you earlier who spends a lot of money with me every single year, and she's told me no probably 6 times. And I'm comfortable hearing her say no, and I tell her I'm going to keep asking you because it's for her benefit, not mine. I know that she'll never grow a team, but she can benefit off being paid from her own purchases. So if you can figure out a way to flip your mindset when you ask somebody, hey, Susie, I wanted to see if you've ever thought about, selling Scentsy. I think you would be good at it because blank. So you need to also think not just who would be the ideal person on your team, but why would they be good at this? And if you go to them to ask if they wanted to join with a reason why you think they would be successful, they're more likely to say yes, because they'll think, you're right. I am really outgoing. I do have a very active social media. I do love fragrance. I do have a wide friends list. Those kinds of things, a personable, a hard worker, any of those things could help convince somebody, not convince, you don't want to convince, enlighten somebody into understanding that they would be good at this, that this could have benefit in their life. When you are on your social media, share what Scentsy has done for you. If you are paying for gas using your Scentsy paycheck, post about it. If you're paying for a dozen eggs that cost $14 some places, post about it and say, thank you, Scentsy, I can afford eggs now. Little things like that will get people's attention and think, oh, okay, I need money for gas. I need more grocery money. Whenever I get my nails done, I post about it. Thank you, Scentsy. That was literally why I joined, because I was tired of not being able to do the one thing for me that I liked to do. We were living paycheck to paycheck, and I was miserable in my job. I was gone 60 hours a week from my young children, and I didn't have time or money to go and get my nails done. I don't do my makeup. I don't do my hair. I don't dress fancy or cute with accessories or heels or any of that. I just have never done those things. Sometimes I will for a special event, but I love getting my nails done. It makes me feel feminine. It makes me feel, it's my self-care is going to get my nails done. And so now I get my nails done every single month, and Scentsy pays for it. And that was my initial motivation. And then my paycheck started growing into something that was paying my electricity bill, my plumbing disaster. And those are things that I was sharing. And of course, if you're ever talking about what you're paying for with Scentsy or what earnings or money and anything like that, you have to say income disclosure statement and link it. But those are things that the income disclosure statement states that results are not typical. But the best part about Scentsy Business and sponsoring is that you can make your check be whatever it is you want it to be. And so in January, I had 3 new team members, and then I had 1 additional team member join with one of my frontline. And of those 4, 2 of them were pretty successfully posting. 2 of them have had a tougher start. The more that you focus on your frontline when you have them and show them how to have a party, show them how to follow up with customers, show them how to post engaging posts and attraction marketing and those kinds of things. If you are showing them how to do these things that you have already learned, they will be more successful. They will feel more comfortable. And as their business grows, your business will grow even bigger. And so, sponsoring is not necessarily about what's in it for you. It's about finding what's in it for all of these other people and how you can help their life, whether that's getting their nails done every month, whether that's paying, for daycare because daycare is outrageously expensive. Whatever it is, if they want to travel, that is why a lot of people join Scentsy, is because they saw the extravagant trips and they wanted to do that. They wanted to earn a free trip. They didn't care about the rest of it. They just wanted the trip. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty exciting part for me. So some things that you can ask people that you have started a join conversation with is, what's holding you back? let them do the talking. Ask them, what questions do you have? And for me, I'm an open book. If somebody asks me, how much do you make? I'm going to tell them, insert income disclosure statement. If they ask me, what's the hardest part? I'm going to tell them. If, I'm not going to lie to somebody because I don't want them to start a Scentsy business and then instantly regret it or hate it. The biggest part, though, of those conversations, whether it's in text message, Facebook Messenger, in person, phone call, don't word vomit all over them, because then you'll overwhelm them before they've even made their decision. And then that just overcomplicates it. It doesn't look fun anymore. It doesn't look easy anymore. If you start going into, if you sell this, then you'll make this, or if you have to hit these different ranks, shooting star. As a mentor, that's a huge important goal for you, is to make sure that your person hits their shooting star, hits their sensational star. But they don't need to know that if they haven't even joined yet. They want to know, do you get a discount? Kind of. I don't get an immediate discount, but I get paid back for everything I purchase and everything anyone else purchases. And I get to have my own party where I get free and half off items whenever I want. That's a pretty good discount to me. If you have a really good customer, or even somebody who's on your dream team list and they only spend like $50 a month with you, another tool you can use is to send them every 3 months or 6 months, send them a blank check, like a fake check filled out with their name with Scentsy on it or whatever, and say, if they in 6 months had spent $500 with you, you can check your sales report and say that, Joanna spent $500 with you. So you're going to write the check, Joanna Smith, and commission $100, and send that to them and say, you would have made $100 already in 6 months, just from what you buy, not from what your friends and family would have bought from you. And that is a lot of times eye-opening for them. I have a little card that I put inside orders sometimes, larger orders, and it says, let me get it. I did not create this. I got this from Brianna Franco. And it says, shouting from the rooftops, thank you. Did you know you would have made 20% commission on this order? And then I write in whether they would have made $1, $12, $40. And then this scans to my join page for them to see more information about what it means to be a consultant. And so something as simple as this that I print from home, I put it in their envelope, or I put it in their box, their bag, whatever it is. And it says personal shopper, hobbyist, part-timer, full-timer. It's a no-brainer to get paid for what you buy. Little things like that get their wheels turning, so that later when I bring the conversation up, they've already started realizing, oh yeah, I could, after all these cards she sent me, I could have made $300 this year. That $300 could be absolutely life-changing for somebody. It was for me. As we kind of transition outside of how to find people to sponsor or recruit, how to find new team members, you also want to think about what it means to mentor them. I have Project Broadcast, which I used for onboarding for everyone who joins our team, whether that's somebody that I have personally sponsored or somebody that you have personally sponsored. When I see their name pop up on my dashboard, I immediately add them. And so they receive text messages. It's like 28 or 30 text messages over the series of their first 70 days. And they are getting tips and tricks and videos and resources and links and different ideas and encouragement so that they have a successful 70 days. And that's something that I received when I joined from my superstar director. And when I don't know, about September, I decided that since our team was over 20 people, that I would make that a little bit more cohesive. And so just know that, yes, you are their sponsor, you are their mentor, and you have that obligation, not really, but you should be mentoring them. You should be supporting them for those first 70 days at least, if not forever. Though those first 70 days are crucial. That's when they have the most questions. That's when they are learning all of the ins and outs of workstation and partying and hosting, maybe even a catalog transition time. And so those first 70 days, is their sensational start. Right now, if somebody joins in February and reaches with the $99 kit, if they join and they reach level 3 of sensational start, they get free registration to our conference over the summer called Scentsy Family Reunion. In addition to all the other things that they get in their kit, it's a double kit month. So they get all the fall, winter supplies, all the spring and summer supplies, and the new 10 bars of wax, which is new. I've never seen them offer the 10 bars of wax. So as you're getting new team members, ask them their why. Support them with ways to work their business in the time and resources that they have available to them. Ask them what expectations they have, what kinds of support that they want. Not everybody wants you to hold their hand. Not everybody wants somebody to be checking in on them or offering them support. They just want to kind of do it on their own. Also, continue building the relationship beyond Scentsy. So there's only a few people in our team that I don't know a lot about personally, and that's not for lack of trying. I know kids' names, spouses' names, pets, babies, marriages. I know when they travel. I know, when they're buying a business. I know what is happening in their life, because that's going to affect what's happening in their business. And so if I can encourage them to get through the hard and get through whatever is going on in their personal life, or to celebrate what's going on in their personal life, that helps me. That's part of the community and the friendships that I have gotten out of Scentsy. There's just a couple more things that I'm going to mention, and before I'm going to turn off the recording. If you know somebody who has been a Scentsy consultant before, it is free for them to start again. Completely free to become a consultant. If they want a website, they would have to pay for that. And then there is a reinstatement kit that they can purchase for $59. It's very similar to the host kit, and it gives them all the business supplies that they need to kickstart their business again. But all they have to do is log back into their workstation with their consultant ID and password. If they don't know it, support will help. And then they can select you as their new sponsor. That's the only way to change your sponsor, is if you are inactive and come back as a reinstatement. In fact, I have, just before this call, I was texting with somebody who's about to reinstate her account from like 2016, 2015, and she's coming back. Another thing, like if somebody doesn't want to spend $99 to join, once they have sold 500 PRV, their commission covers that $99. And 500 PRV is their Shooting Star Award. So if you get them to earn their Shooting Star Award, then in those 15 days, they've already made back the investment of the $99 kit. But again, you always have the host $59 kit, or if you have a $20 host credit, you can make that kit $39 or even free with up to a $500 party. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention is that I carry opportunity packs with me. Right now, this is what my opportunity pack looks like. It has a product sheet. It has some current samples. So I did the Go-Go Mango collection. It has a join flyer and a scent circle, and that's it. And so when I see a server or a barista, or if I'm chatting with somebody who noticed my Scentsy shirt, and they are asking questions or they're interested in Scentsy, even if they're not talking about joining, I say, here, I'd love to give you this. It's got some samples and a scent circle. How about take this, hang this up in your car, check out what I put in there, and then text me and tell me what you thought about the scent. So then when they text me, I can say, yeah, what did you think about everything else that was in the packet? And that includes the join flyer. So I'm putting that information into their hands, and it has my contact information on it. Giving out the scent circle is a tax write-off, so I don't have to worry about that. I get all of my scent circles for free and half off through party rewards. And for them receiving something, they're going to love it. I carry multiple, so I can ask them, what type of scent do you like? If they like citrus, I might give them Blue Grotto. If they like floral, I might give them Luna. If they like manly scents, I might give them Mystery Man. And so I try to keep an assortment so that I can always have something that I know that they will like. And then that is more likely to spark up a conversation that I can turn into a joint conversation or even a hosting conversation. And if they say no to those, you always fall back on buy. So join, host, buy. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the recording. And then if you have questions, we can get to those.